Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's class, I want to teach us how to make a palazzo trouser. It could be called a crazy palazzo trouser. That's what I want to teach us today. I had finished drafting a cutting my fabric before I realized that my camera was not on, or let me say I did not remember to turn on my camera. So I will be illustrating from the beginning on this piece of paper here, from the beginning of the cutting of this trouser. I'll be illustrating on this paper till the stage where I've gotten on the fabric. Hip line 8 inches. I will not be placing the exact measurement because this paper is not big enough to contain it, but I will be placing a random number, whereas you will place your own measurements while you are cutting. Remember that this is just an illustration. So our hip line 8 inches, our crouch line 13 inches. Then I will replicate the measurements here, then rule a straight line. Now, placing my tape on the starting line again, I will input the knee measurement. The knee measurement is 18 inches and the length of the palazzo is 14 inches. That's the length we are using for this. Please use your own measurement. While you are taking this, use your own measurement. Then rule a straight line across. Our hip measurement of 35 inches divided by 4 gives us 8.75, 8¾ inches. Oh, this is 8¾ inches here. But we'll be adding extra inches to that because our palazzo is free size, not a fitted one. So I'll be adding 3 inches to that 8.75. Then we'll have a total of 11.75 on the hip line. Then taking it down to the waist, to the crouch line as well. Then to the waistline, I'll draw a straight line. I'll be extending my crouch by 2 inches. Then I will connect it from here to this hip line. You come here by 1 inch and join it. You can use your free hand to join it, but I have my curve rule here, so I'm just going to use that. So you join these dots, this place to this place. You join the 3 dots together. I'm trying to place my curve here. So I join it. And that's our crouch. Then the measurement I have here is now, you remember that from here to here is 11.75. So plus 3 inches, 2 inches that we've added to our crouch, that is 13.75, 13¾ So we are going to take that measurement down to the M line. Now here depends on your preference. You can want it straight down, or you can want this hemline to be slightly shorter compared to your crouch. So here I'm going to remove 1 inch from that 13.75, 1 inch. Then I'm going to input 12.75 here at the hemline. Then I'm going to connect it from here to here. On the waistline, I am going to come down by 1/2 inch. This is just to erase any bulge that might want to occur from here. Then we are done for the drafting of the front pattern of the palazzo trouser. We are going to cut this one out now and use it to cut out the back part. I will not be cutting this part yet because I want to use this to cut out the back. So after cutting out the back, then I will cut this part out. And also before I cut, I'm going to add seam allowance of 1/2 inch to the waist part. Then a folding allowance of 1 inch here at the hemline, 1 inch. Then now I'm going to cut placing the front parts on the back parts like this. The sides of both the front and the back parts are going to be the same. The only difference is going to be at the crouch line. The crouch line and the waistline. 2 inches for the crouch extension of the back parts. Then I'm going to take the 2 inches as well on the hip and on the waist part. We're going to join the 3 lines together, and on the waistline we are going to extend this line upwards by 1 inch. You can go higher than that. This depends on your size, the size you're working on. You can go as high as 1.5, 2 inches from here to here. I'm going to connect it now. I'm going to connect these 3 lines here now. I'm going to drop this crouch line. I'm going to drop it for the back part down by about 1/2 inch, just to avoid the crouch part of the back, to avoid the cloth from sucking in between the buttocks of the person. That's what this is for. So now I'm going to redraw my crouch to make this line down here like this. Yes. Then from here to here, at this hemline we are going to extend it by, it could be 1 inch, it could be 1/2 inch, it could be 1.5 inches. Totally depends on what you want. Some will extend it to this place, or just take it from here down here to meet this exact spot. But I am going to extend the back part by 1 inch. So the back part is going to be bigger than the front part by 1 inch at the hem line. Then you take a straight rule down to that place. And extend this one as well. So that's all for the drafting of the back part of this palazzo. This is the front part and this is the back part. So I'm going to cut out the back part now. This design depends on where you want to place it. Some people place it below the knee, above the knee. For mine, I want it to be a little bit above the knee, but not exactly on the knee. I am going to go up from this knee area by 2 inches. The style is going to be at both the fronts and the back parts. If you don't want it at the back part, there's no problem. That means you just have to remove detach the front from the back part, and you will do the design on the front part only. But I want to do the design on both the front and the back part. So we're going to leave it attached together like this and continue with our measurement. I don't want my knee to show. So I came up by 2 inches. So this style is going to start 2 inches above the knee and stop about half an inch before the knee. Have in mind that this measurement I'm taking depends on you, how open you want it to be. I don't want it open for more than 2.5 to 3 inches. So here now, in between this place to this place, I have 1.5 inches. .5 inches. That is what I have. When I cut this out, I'm going to replace it with strands of fabric. That's what I'm going to replace it with. And it is going to be, the opening after sewing is going to be 2.5 inches wide. Because I'm going to take half an inch up here for sewing and half an inch down here for sewing as well. So the entire opening I will have here after I'm done is going to be 2.5 inches. I hope you understand. If you do not, please leave your questions in the comment section, then I will reply to any question that you have. This is the stage I am currently on my fabric. I have taken out the opening that I want for the stylish part of the palazzo. So what I'm going to do now is going to bring back my fabric and we'll continue from there. Earlier, I forgot to mention the fact that on this side, from the waist side, the starting line here, you have to go up by the number of inches you want your band to be. For instance, I want my band to be 2 inches long. Keeping the tape 2 inches above the starting line, you're going to mark your hip length at 8 inches. Then your crouch length at whatever inches it is. Then your knee length, then down to the hem of the trouser. This 2 inches is not universal. It depends on what you want. It depends on how many inches you want your band width to be. It could be 2 inches, 1.5, 3, 2.5. How many inches, how wide you want your band to be. So the band is going to have an elastic at the waist as well. That was why the waist is the same length as the same circumference as the hip, because we are going to use elastic to gather it up after we are done sewing. So to further clarify that, here is my pattern, and from the waist line, keeping the tape at 2 inches above, I came down by 13 inches. Can you see? The tape is at 2 inches above the starting line, and this is where my crouch is. This is my main fabric here, and this is the spot separated for the stylish design. I have gone ahead to pin the crouch area of the front. I have pinned it together, as you can see. This brings us to the end of the tutorial. I will upload a separate video on how to join the pieces of fabric together. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.